Hi guys, my name is Lacey, Spookulous and Fat Hips, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my YouTube channel if you're new, and I'm welcoming myself back to my YouTube channel, which is why I'm sitting down to talk to you guys today. I quite literally just walked in the door from coming off of work. These are my work clothes. This is my work makeup. This is my version of subtle makeup, if anyone's wondering. This is like my work makeup. The only thing I did was throw my hat on because while I don't wear a hat to work, I don't feel right filming without my hat because my hat is part of my identity, if you will. I am deeply sorry that I haven't put content on this channel in a very fucking long time. I haven't actually sat down to film in probably over a month now, and according to my channel, I had a video go up 2 weeks ago. That was my Blush Tribe review. That was pre-filmed and like 2 weeks out from when it was pre-filmed. So I physically haven't sat in this spot and put a camera on in over a month. And I feel really shitty about it. So I originally wanted to do this video as a chit chat get ready with me, just so it wasn't boring and it was still makeup related. If you still want to do your makeup while this is on, feel free to throw me on the background. But I just wanted to give you guys a little life update, especially, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, I don't really plan on doing a lot of edits in this video. Before I left for work today, I saw that I had hit 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I don't even know where to begin to tell you guys how mind-blowing that is to me. And I know you guys constantly probably see YouTubers get really excited about subscriber milestones and do thank yous and things like that. Maybe they do giveaways. I'm not saying any of those people are just disingenuous, but I really deeply want you guys to know from the bottom of my heart that when I say thank you, I can't express how much I mean that. I started my YouTube channel in December, not knowing if anyone would watch it, not really having any expectations. You can go back on my channel. I did a video early in the year. If I'm fidgeting, sorry, it's because I'm nervous because I haven't filmed in a while. If you look back on my channel, earlier in the year I did like a 2018 goals video, and I had said in that video that I was really hoping to hit 100 subscribers, but like that in general, just in this year. And then if I thought it was possible, these are my words in that video, I thought it was doable for me to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. So to have hit 5,000 by the end of the summer, basically, I don't like I said if you ever are on my live streams, which I don't do enough, or on the Half Cousins podcast, which I do with Georgia every Sunday, I say all the time how mind-blowing that number is to me, because for me, I can barely think of like 50 people, and now I'm picturing 5,000 people. I can't even fathom 5,000 people standing in this room right now. I'm very aware that every single view count, every single comment, every single like or dislike and subscriber count, it represents a real person. And I cannot believe that 5,000 people would value what I have to say, would value my content, would want to stick around and see more from me. So if you are one of those people, thank you so incredibly much. I feel like I've been letting you guys down lately, and I also definitely want to thank the bigger YouTubers who have shouted me out recently, because I know that I wouldn't have hit this number without you guys enjoying me and without you guys mentioning me to your audiences. So if you're one of those people, just know that I love you and I appreciate it so much, and thank you guys so incredibly much. You are all inspirations to me, and I'm hoping that you all know who you are when I say this. I had been planning, like I mentioned earlier, I had been wanting to do a chit chat get ready with me because I really felt like I wanted to share what I had been going through lately with you guys, because if you follow my Instagram, you definitely know a lot of it. And this isn't like a plug for you to follow my Instagram. Like, I am very active on Instagram even when I'm not on YouTube, and I constantly post what's going on in my life. And basically, like, this is the short version because and this is not me like looking for attention, this is not me like looking for your sympathy, this is just me feeling like I owe you guys an explanation because I have not been producing content and I want to be. ever since I graduated college in May, I graduated with my second bachelor's degree in May. And ever since that, like that day, I have just been in the worst depression, just to be perfectly honest. And a lot of other people I know who have graduated have told me they went through the same thing. I've been calling it the post-graduation depression, because I had a plan. You know, I had thought that I was going to take a year off and then I would apply to grad schools, get everything ready, get a passport because I want to apply to schools overseas, and just like work and pay off some of my student loans, and just everything would be fine. And then I don't know what happened when I graduated, but life became real, and just the reality of the uncertainty hit me real bad. There still is a part of me that doubts if I'm good enough to get into grad school, and that's just some personal demons that I have to battle with. Like, there's part of me that's been convincing myself that it's not going to happen and I need to let it go, and I think that's just me being anxious and putting a lot of hate onto myself. And also, this is the big thing if you've been following my Instagram, I have been so stressed financially lately. I've had, like, you're all probably like, well, because you buy a lot of fucking makeup, Lacey. I've been working the same job every summer for the last few years. My job is essentially, I've been working for the State Park Service, and I loved every second of my job, except for those seconds where people were awful to me, but I loved my job, but it did not pay the best, and it was only full-time seasonally. I live in a touristy area. My job was only full-time in the summer, which was perfect when I was finishing my second undergraduate degree, but not perfect when the time is ticking and you know that your student loan deferment is going to be ending soon. So I have been struck, basically, I said before, I have a diagnosed anxiety disorder, a diagnosed panic disorder. Anytime I knew that my job was ending, and anytime I would like go to take the baby steps to fix my resume, to start looking for something permanent after my job ended or anything like that, I would stress out and I would not do it. And I ended up waiting until the last second and stressing out. My stomach just growled. If you heard that, I apologize. Like I said, I just got off of work. I'm starving. I haven't eaten dinner yet, but this was important. I waited till the last second, and I was losing sleep every single night for the last couple weeks, wondering what I was going to do when my job essentially ended. And putting in countless resumes every single night, going on interviews, never being called back, applying for things that I didn't want to do. I swore to myself, this is just me personally, I'm not putting down anyone who works in retail, but I had worked in retail for like a decade. I swore to myself I couldn't go back because emotionally I couldn't handle it anymore, because I just feel like when you work in retail, it's a place where it's socially acceptable for people to bully you, but that's another conversation that I can get into in a different video. And I didn't want to go back to retail, and I wanted to do something kind of remotely related to my field just to get experience. But when you get a degree in sociology and anthropology, basically you're useless unless you have a master's degree. So I was so fortunate enough to just get hired at a new job. I work nothing in my field. I'm just gonna keep it there. And I work basically at the front desk of a place, and I'm very disappointed currently because I really like this job a lot and I like my coworkers a lot. But when I got hired, I was under the impression that I was going to be working full-time hours, and it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. So yesterday, after having the release of like the emotional release of like not having to worry about finding another job, I just started basically looking at my options again. And the reason I'm telling you all this is because I'm not someone who can hide my emotions well, or someone who can like balance too much stress at once. So the stress of knowing that I had to put up a YouTube video and that I was disappointing people by not putting up a YouTube video was getting me down, while I was already basically emotionally destroyed because I was so worried about what I was going to do financially. And I'm very thankful to have a family that helps me, and I'm very unbelievably thankful to have a partner who has always supported me and always had patience and always just been there, whether I could afford to buy food or not. Like, but where this brings me now, I'm going to continue to work my current job. I'm going to think about what some of my other options are, but I'm trying to look at this as a silver, I'm trying to look at the situation as having a silver lining, because while I'm not working the 40 hours a week that I wish I was working, it does give me time to put my heart and soul into YouTube, and I can feel myself getting emotional right now. It is like a dream that could even be something that I can think of doing. I never ever expected even one person to subscribe to me. 5,000 people subscribe to me. I do earn a tiny, not a livable, not anything crazy, a tiny little piece of help from YouTube. And most importantly, I just love doing YouTube. And it's definitely was part of me being depressed, a symptom of my depression, that I wasn't doing YouTube because I didn't have the motivation to do anything. I have been eating terribly. I haven't been getting enough sleep. I haven't been doing any of the activities that I love doing. I've barely been caring about doing my makeup in the morning, to be perfectly honest. So I'm trying to look at this as a silver lining kind of situation, and I like my current job. I wish it was giving more hours. Maybe they will in the future. It gives me the time currently, while I'm still thinking about my situation, to pour my heart and soul into YouTube, which I've been wanting to do for months and months. I've been wanting to put more time into YouTube so badly. I have so many ideas. I show you guys my journal all the time. I have pages and pages of ideas of videos I want to film. I have piles of crap ready to go in my other room of like hauls I want to film, and a new palette series video, and different collection videos, and comparison reviews. I have so many things I have to review for you guys. Oh my gosh. And I feel like between some other YouTubers, again, you guys know who you are, really saying wonderfully sweet things to me and hitting this milestone, I really feel like my fire has come back. And even just sitting down and making this video, it kind of takes away, I don't know if any of you have anxiety, maybe you can relate to this. Sometimes knowing you have to do a task makes you so anxious that you avoid doing the task, but then once you do it, you're fine, you can get over it. I have been kind of too anxious to even sit down and try doing this again because I didn't want to let anybody down. But even just sitting here now, I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders, because I know that I'm going to feel more comfortable sitting down tomorrow or the next day and just like getting my routine back up again. I am someone who really needs to stick in a routine, and once that routine gets effed up, it takes me a second to get back in the routine. So I think just me word vomiting onto you right now is going to help me do that. And I also like want to add, so many of you are so sweet and keep reminding me like, you don't owe us anything. We'll be here waiting for you when you get back. I want to be better. I want to be like, I always look up to people like Angelica and Samantha Marge and like Michelle Wang and like people who have really steady, perfect upload schedules, because like I don't, and I wish so badly that I did. So I want to, now that I'm kind of in job limbo, knock on wood, I'm actually not really in job limbo. I have a job. It's just like, we're not getting back into it. Now that I have the extra time that I didn't think I was going to have, I'm going to make the best of it, but trying to get a schedule as best as I can. In the meantime, before that's up and running and perfected, you can always follow me on my Instagram, which is also Speakos and Fat Hips. I'm active there. I show you guys new makeup releases. I show you what I'm ordering. I show you my thoughts on new things coming out. I tell you personal life updates. I tell you what's been inspiring me lately. All kinds of random crap like that. I'm not someone who like takes makeup selfies and stuff. I do some flat lays, but it's more like, again, me word vomiting, but in picture form. And I'm gonna do my best to get my schedule back on YouTube, because I miss it. It makes me happy and it makes you guys happy, which is a win-win-win-win. I think that's it. That's everything I wanted to say. Do you have any questions for me or any requests for videos that you want to see? Leave them down below. Ooh, there is one thing I want to add. Because summer has finally ended, thank fucking God. I'm not a summer person. And fall is finally coming upon us. I will be going ahead in October and launching my spooky video Patreon. So how that is going to work is I'm going to keep this channel completely makeup oriented, and I'm going to be posting strictly spoopy and or spooky content onto my Patreon. And that way it's a safe place for people who want to consume that content outside of my YouTube channel, and that way people who don't want to view it can just stick with my YouTube channel. That's okay. It also gives people an opportunity who want to support me in this channel a way to do that, because I do want to get a P.O. box. I know a couple of you guys have been asking me for a P.O. box. I've already found spooky like letterheads and like spooky envelopes so I could like write letters to you guys, which makes me super excited. I want to get some more lights, all that stuff, and a Patreon would definitely help me do that. So I have it currently set as a per video donation, meaning you're not going to pay when I can't find the emotional strength to produce videos, such as like the last month has been. So every time I have a spooky video available, it could be a ghost story from my personal life, it could be my tarot adventures. I have, if you didn't know, I'm reading tarot cards for 8, almost 9 years. I have as many tarot decks as I do eyeshadow palettes, so I was thinking of doing a tarot deck series the same way that I do my eyeshadow palette series, where I talk about them in categories. I was thinking about doing that on my Patreon. All kinds of weird paranormal stories. I was thinking about doing my takes on like different urban legends, different myths, things like that. I have so many ideas just for the Patreon alone, and I think it would just be like 1 or 2 videos a month at $1 or more donation. Really, I've made a video in the past explaining my plans with the Patreon. It's not a way for me to like try and like wring money out of you guys. It's really just a place to keep that content safe for me and for the people who want to consume the more spooky content from me. So look out for that. Instagram, the Half Cousins podcast that I do with Georgia every single Sunday, 9 Eastern Standard Time. We have guests almost every single weekend, other YouTubers. We talk about everything from makeup to non. Really fun stuff. If I do say so myself, it's always the highlight of my week. And those are all the places you can find me. Those are all my plans, and that's everything I have to say. If you have any requests for me, leave it down below. Talk to me. I'm just happy to be getting back to a schedule. And my boyfriend and I are seriously considering moving soon because of all of this financial shenanigans, and we both just are ready for a change. So, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff happening. There's a lot of stuff on my plate right now. But that's all I'm going to talk about today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you guys so much for getting me to 5,000 subscribers. I especially with all of the bullshit that's been happening in the beauty community lately, there's obviously, you guys know, there are people who have millions of subscribers and take it for granted. Please understand that I will never take any one of you for granted. It means so much to me that you want to stick around for me. Like, truly. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one, hopefully very soon. Bye guys.